Section 66. Vaisampayana said, having vanquished the Kurus in battle, that one with eyes like those of a bull brought back that profuse cattle wealth of Virata, and while the Dhritarashtras after their rout were going away, a large number of Kuru-soldiers, issuing out of the deep forest, appeared with slow steps before Partha, their hearts afflicted with fear, and they stood before him with joined palms, and with hair dishevelled, and fatigued with hunger and thirst, arrived in a foreign land, insensible with terror and confused in mind. They all bowed down unto the son of Partha, and said, We are thy slaves. Arjuna said, Welcome, blessed be he, go he away. Ye have no cause of fear. I will not take the lives of them that are afflicted. Ye have my assurance of protection. Vaisampayana continued, hearing these words of assurance. The assembled warriors greeted him with benedictions in praise of his achievements and fame, and wishing him long life. And the Kauravas were unable to confront Arjuna, while after routing the foe, he proceeded towards the city of Virata like an elephant with rent temples, and having routed the whole army of the Kuru like a violent wind scattering the clouds, that slayer of foes, Partha, regardfully addressing the prince of Matsya, said, It is known to thee alone, O child, that the sons of Partha are all living with thy father. Do not eulogize them upon entering the city, for then the king of the Matsyas may hide himself in fear. On the other hand, entering the city, do thou proclaim in the presence of thy father that the deed is thy own, saying, By me hath the army of the Kurus been vanquished, and by me have the kind been recovered from the foe. Uttara said, The feat thou hast achieved is beyond my power. I do not possess the ability to achieve it. I shall not, however, O Savyasachin, discover thee to my father, as long as thou wilt not tell me to do it. Vaisampayana continued, having vanquished the hostile army and wrested the whole of the cattle wealth from the Kurus, Jishnu returned again to the cemetery, and having approached the same Sami tree, stood there with a body mangled by the arrows of the enemy. Then that terrible monkey, blazing like fire, ascended into the sky to those other creatures in the flagstaff, and the illusion created by Vishwakarman melted away, and Uttara's own banner bearing the device of a lion was set up on the car again, and having replaced the arrows and quivers of those foremost of the Kuru princes, and also that the other weapon, the Gandiva, which enhances the fierceness of a battle, the illustrious prince of Matsya set out for the city with a glad heart, having Kirithin as his charioteer, and having achieved an exceedingly mighty feat and slain the foe. Partha also, that slayer of foes, binding his hair into a braid as before, took the reins from Uttara's hands, and that illustrious hero entered the city of Virata with a cheerful heart, rehabilitating himself as Rihannala, the car driver of Uttara. Vaisampayana continued, when all the Kauravas, utterly routed and vanquished, set out in a dejected mood for Hastinapura, Falguna on his way back addressed Uttara, saying, O Prince, O hero of mighty arms, seeing the kine escorted in advance of us by the cowherds, we shall enter Virata's metropolis in the afternoon, having tended the steeds with a drink and a bath. Let the cowherds dispatched by thee speedily repair to the city with the good news and proclaim thy victory. Vaisampayana continued, agreeable to Arjuna's words, Uttara speedily ordered the messengers, saying, Go ahead and proclaim the king's victory. The foe hath been routed, and the kine have been recovered. The Matsya and the Bharata princes, having thus consulted together, reapproached the same Sami tree, and gratified with the victory they had won, and arrived at the foot of the Sami tree. They wore on their persons and took up on their car and the ornaments and robes they had left there. and having vanquished the whole hostile army and recovered the whole of the wealth from the Kurus, the heroic son of Virata returned to the city with Rihanala as his car-driver. Thus ends the 66th section in the Go-harana Parva of the Virata Parva.